Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. My name's Chelsea with Down Memory Lane. Today I am hopping on to do some fabulous scrapbooking with you. So today we're talking about our printables. We are on our September layout. So we have been doing January through December. We are all the way to September. Can you believe it? If you have missed any of those videos, you can catch them on our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and search Down Memory Lane Scrapbooking, you'll find our YouTube channel. You can subscribe and you can see all of these fabulous printables in action. So this is what we're going to be using today. We're going to be using our printable set. This is the September printable set. When you purchase them for $7.99, you're going to get both sets of ephemera right here in the center. These are the ephemera sheets. We're going to be using this one today. We did this one yesterday if you want to see that one in action, but we're going to be using this beautiful one. And then you also get instruction sheets to go with those layouts, or to go with those ephemera sheets. So you will use the instruction sheets with the information provided to pull things out of your stash and to get creating with the printables. So we're going to do this one today. Look at how gorgeous these colors are. Aren't they fabulous? I am so excited to create with this. So we have our layouts. We have our layout sheets, our ephemera, and our instruction sheet. So what I did ahead of time is I went through the info sheet, took a look at what we needed. So when you purchase the printables, you're going to get all of the files for the ephemera and for the information sheets. All you need to do is print them out, and then you take a look at the instruction sheet. It will tell you exactly what to pull out of your stash. So you can use the things in your stash to create these fabulous layouts. Use what you already have. Get going on it. So this will tell you what to pull. I have pulled those things already. And then if you look down a little bit further, it tells you exactly how to cut those pieces. So you don't have to figure out how to structure it. You just pull the pieces out of your stash, cut them, and then you print your embellishment sheet. So this is included. I printed this out on 65-pound cardstock right on my printer. And then you have 3 options for cutting. You can hand cut them, which is what I'm going to do today to show you how simple and easy it is. Or if you have a machine, you can cut them on your Cricut or your Silhouette. So 3 different options for cutting. You get the entire ephemera sheet. You get the instruction sheet for 2 different layouts and 2 different ephemera sets for each month. So I am just going to rough cut these pieces right now. This is what I always do with these ephemera sheets. It just makes it really easy to maneuver, to handle, and get into those little nooks and crannies. I'm not using anything special, just my regular crafting scissors. I love these little cutter bees. They have really sharp points. They get into those little areas really nice and easy. So that's what I usually use for scrapbooking. So that's what we're using today. You can use any scissors that you have. Any scissors that you use crafting are perfectly fine. But like I said, when you purchase these for $7.99, not only are you getting the files to use over and over if you want to, you get 3 sets of ephemera for each one. So you can either hand cut, you can cut with your Silhouette machine, or you can cut with your Cricut. So if you don't like to hand cut and you've got a machine that you want to use, that works perfectly. That is one of the files that you'll get when you purchase these. So we're just rough cutting these. I just like to get around the little areas so I can handle them a little bit easier. And then we're going to hand cut these together and put together our fantastic layout. So I'll put the layout right over here so you can see what we're going to be creating. And we're going to get started. So I just take each piece, take my little scissors, and then kind of maneuver around those pieces. I like to leave a little bit of a white border. I think it just makes the pieces pop a little bit. If you want to cut all the way up to the color, you certainly can. That is totally up to you. When you cut it with your Silhouette machine or your Cricut machine, it will have a little white border around the edges. But if you're hand cutting, you can choose what you would like to do. I really like doing a little border. I just think it makes it a little bit fancier. Also, you don't have to go into every one of these little curves. I'm going to do this on a few of them. On some of them, I'm not. If you just want to kind of go around it, that is perfectly fine. Whatever you want to do is totally up to you. Because once you own these, you can do whatever you want. If you make a mistake, so let's say I accidentally cut off this little acorn stem, guess what? When you purchase the printables, they are yours and you can print them as many times as you want. So if you make a mistake, you can print them again. If you decide you want to make another set of these, you can print another set. Maybe you want to make calendars as gifts, or maybe you want to make a couple of albums for your kids or your grandkids. You purchase this one time for $7.99 and you can print it as many times as you want. So instead of having to buy 3 kits for 3 different albums, you purchase this once and you can create with it 3 times or as many times as you want. So this is the September one, and if you're hopping on, you might be wondering why we are doing September in February. That is a great question. It's because our month kits, our printables, are new. And we have January through December available right now on our printable site, which is right here, downmemorylanebox.com. And we have been hopping on every morning, or almost every morning, to put together another set of layouts using the printables, and we are already to September. We've done January through September. We've got a few more months to go, which we'll cover in the next few days. But we like to show what our items look like in action. It's a lot more fun to see them come to life than to just look at them on a little screen. So that's what we're doing, and we are on September. If you are interested in watching those previous videos, we do have them on our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and you search Down Memory Lane Scrapbooking, you'll see our little pink logo, and you can subscribe to the channel. And also all of our videos, all of our previous videos are listed there. This one will be listed there soon. But you can see all of the previous videos. Plus we have some other videos from some of our kits and things like that. So if you're looking to be inspired, or even if you're just looking to relax, man, I love watching crafting videos when I'm trying to relax at the end of a busy day. You can go there and watch those videos and check it out. I'm also going to be doing an August layout today, so we're going to look at 2 different ones. They're very different. So one of them is very summery and bright. This one is beautiful, kind of fall transition colors. And then I will also show you all of the other layouts that we've done together. But for right now, I'm just showing you how simple and easy it is to hand cut. I know some people are really intimidated by hand cutting, but I love it. It's so relaxing. You just kind of go to town. It almost feels like you're back in elementary school, right? You're doing some cutting and crafting. It doesn't take any major concentration. You just kind of go for it. I like to do this when I'm watching a movie or just kind of hanging out, winding down for the day. This is one thing I love doing. You're still being really productive, right? Like you're getting some things done. We're going to use these pieces in a few minutes here. And so it feels like you're being super productive, but like I said, you just kind of chill. Like I'm sitting here yapping away and still able to cut these. Now this is set 2 that comes with September. So September, each month actually has 2 sets of ephemera and 2 sets of instruction sheets that are all included in that $7.99. This one is the intermediate level. I struggle to even say that because it's not challenging. It's just like step 2 compared to our other one. So the other set that you get with it, they have very, very simple lines. It's a lot of straight lines. There's a few little curves to cut, so they're very easy to hand cut. But again, you can cut all of these with your Silhouette or Cricut machine as well. So if you decide you don't want to hand cut, you want to use your machine, that is also included in that $7.99. But this is probably, I would say, step 2. If you have never hand cut before, if it's a little bit intimidating to you, first of all, don't worry, it's not hard. So I'm just using regular scissors. Here's one thing that I've learned over the years. If I keep my scissors hand stationary, so you can see I'm not, it might look like I'm moving my scissors, but I am not. I'm keeping my hand totally still. The only thing that's happening with that hand is I'm squeezing the blade together, okay? The movement comes with the other hand. So I'm using this hand to move the paper. And that's how you can get really nice even lines, really smooth lines, because you're only moving the paper through the blade. So that's one thing that I have learned works really nicely for hand cutting. It also makes it really, really easy. So if you've never done it before, you can give this a try. And it's a great one to try on because you can test out that first one, which we'll look at in a bit. You can test out that first one where it's a lot of just straight lines. And then you can give these a try. And if you mess up, no worries, friends, because once you own these files, which we email to you, once you purchase them for $7.99, they're yours forever. So you can print them as many times as you want. If you mess up, you can just print them again. No big deal. So if you're interested, you can go to downmemorylanebox.com. Okay, right here, downmemorylanebox.com. That's where these are housed. You're going to set up your account, making sure that you use an email you're going to check, because that is how you're going to get these printables emailed to you. So a physical product will not be sent to you, so you don't need to worry about paying shipping. You don't need to wait for it. It's going to come to your inbox right after you purchase. So you'll go there, set up your account. If you're already a box subscriber, you don't have to set up a new account. Just use your box login. And then you'll click the Printables tab at the top of the page. So click Printables at the top of the page. And then you will find all of our printables available, January through December. So once you're there, pick whichever ones you want. So if you want to get September, you're going to click on September. It will show you the 2 different ephemera sets that come with it. It will also show you the layouts that you can create from the instruction sheets. So you'll see both of those. Put those in your cart and purchase them, and they will be emailed to you. So you just go check that email. Check the email that you logged in with. Make sure you check your junk or your spam just in case, it goes into there. And then you're going to keep that email forever, okay? So keep that email because that's how you will access them in the future. But all you need to do is open up that email. The files will be attached. Click those, print them out, and you can create right away. It's super duper easy. So you'll get a few different files. You'll get the ephemera sheets. There's 2 ephemera sheets. We're using one of them right now. We're cutting one of them. And then you will also get instruction sheets for both sets of ephemera. So this is one of the instruction sheets. I'll show you the other one in a bit. Ooh, we're almost done already. And then you're also going to get files for the second sets of second sets of embellishments and instructions. And those embellishments can be printed multiple ways depending on how you want to cut them out. So you have the hand cutting option, you have the Cricut option with the PNG, and you also have the Silhouette option. So if you have a Silhouette or a Cricut, you will get those files as well. They will come to your email. You just open them up, put them into your design space, and print and cut them. But if you are hand cutting like I am, you just take that PDF file, print it out, and start. So we would recommend looking into whatever printer you have. You can check to see the best cardstock to print on your printer. your local Office Max, your local Office Depot, your local printer can give you some information on that if you need it. We used 65-pound white cardstock in our printer, and it worked fabulously, but every printer is a little bit different. So just find out what the best one is for you. And then you can print those out and cut them out. If you don't want to use your printer, or you don't have a printer or something like that, there are other options as well. You can take those files to a local print shop like Kinko's, Office Max, things like that, or your other local printer. You can bring those files with you and have those printed out there on cardstock. If I went that route, I would print a whole bunch of them. I would take a big stack. Let's say I'm doing 3 albums for my 3 grandkids. I would have all 3 of them printed and just bring them on home with me and hand cut them. Or sometimes, and I don't know about every community, but a lot of times libraries have printing options for a small fee as well. So that's another option if you don't want to use your home printer. But I love the option of using my home printer because it's right there, right? If I'm going to print my photos and stuff anyway, I'm going to use my home printer, print it out when I'm ready to use it. It's easy peasy. And so there's 2 things that I absolutely love about this. And these are things that we've heard from you guys too. So when we design these, we were designing them for a couple of different reasons. We have been listening to our customers for years tell us that they have so much stuff in their stash and they want to be able to use it. Whether that is just time, you don't have time to use it, you're not sure what to do with it, all of those sorts of things. And so we have been thinking about that for a while, trying to figure out how can we help people use what they already have. You've already paid your hard-earned money on it. What can we do? So we came up with this idea because we can have the designs ready for you. We can have the instructions, all of that stuff ready. We can provide you with the ephemera, and you can use the things in your stash. That's one of the things we have heard back from so many of our Printables customers. They are so excited that they can use the things that they already have. And that is exactly one of the reasons why we created this product. We want you to use what you have, get use out of all of that, so you can create beautiful things with the things you have. Some people have worried, what if I don't have the right color cardstock, or where do you get your cardstock from? The truth is, this cardstock is from my stash, okay? So I have just pulled items that were close in color. That's another thing that we designed these to work with what you have in your stash. So you do not have to have the exact things that I have, the exact colors that are on those pages. You find what's in your stash that's close, and they will work beautifully. We know that not everyone is going to have this exact fall floral pattern. You're not supposed to. If you do, fantastic. If you don't, also fantastic. You can pick a floral pattern, you can pick a stripe pattern, you can pick whatever you want. Just pick something that you have in your stash that you like the colors of, and then we're going to pick our colors around that. So we're almost done with all of our hand cutting here, and then we're going to put together our full layout. So you're just going to go in here, and the reason why we put the colors as light brown, dark brown, medium brown is because they are designed for you to use whatever you have in your stash. So you don't have to have this exact brown color that I have. You just have to have a light brown. Whatever that light brown is, it will work, and it will work beautifully. So pull those things out of your stash. I've got all of our pieces cut here. I'm just going to set them to the side for a second. I have gone in and pulled out all of these pieces. I have already started cutting them and putting them together so you can see we've got our things going here. We're going to put them together so you can see the entire thing. But when you're at home, you're just going to pull what you need, use the layout instructions to cut them, and then we're going to assemble our layout together. So this is September. I like to do the backgrounds and the photo mats first, just to kind of get our background set up, and then I fill in all the other pieces around it. So I'm going to start with the title. We have September. Look at that gorgeous one. This is a pattern paper that I am completely obsessed with. I love sunflowers. It's got some really beautiful fall tones, but it's not completely fall colored. It still has like a little hint of summer to it. So I really like this one, but you can use whatever you want. If you have some acorn paper, that's cute, go for it. If you have some stripes, if you have dots, there are so many different options that you can do. Whatever you have will work. So I'm going to just kind of put these out around a little bit so I can find the pieces that I need. We have our little acorn up here. How cute would that be? On acorn paper, that would be adorable. So we're going to put our little acorn right there. And then we're going to start with our little fall scene. Okay, so we have our little squirrel. We've got our little mushroom. If you're joining us a little bit late, we just hand cut all of these from our sheet. This is what we started with. We started with this, we hand cut that, and here we are putting it together. So we've got our little fall leaves, and we have our cute little bear. Look at him with his little pumpkin spice. Isn't that the cutest thing? So we're gonna put our little bear down, sitting in this cute little leaf pile, and then we'll assemble our adorable little mushroom and squirrel. So here we've got that cute little mushroom. Our little squirrel has a cute little bow in her hair. She's really enjoying the September weather. And then we have our little leaves. So a couple little leaves in the air. So all of these pieces that you are seeing here, all of these pieces are from the September Printables. This is half of what you will get with the September Printables for the ephemera. The pattern paper and the cardstock is from my stash. You will pull things out of your stash, so you're going to get to use the things that you have already purchased and have in your stash. Use those up. And then all of the ephemera and the instruction sheet come with the printable set. This is half of it. You get a whole nother set with the September file also. And it's only $7.99. And that is the second part of what I absolutely love about this. So not only is it fabulous because I get to use the things that I have, you also can create over and over with these. So you're going to purchase, for $7.99, you're going to purchase the ephemera and instruction sheets all together. All of it comes together. The ephemera sheets, both sets of ephemera. So we have this one that we're using right now and this one. You're going to get both files for that and both sets of instructions for $7.99. And then once you own them, you can print them as many times as you want and create and create and create. So we heard from a lot of our customers that they've got a lot of stuff in their stash. They wish they knew how to use it. This is part of why we are doing this. But also, we've also heard from people, money is tight. We know. We are in the world too. We are buying things and paying for food and all of that stuff with our families. We totally get it. So this is another way that we can serve you. You can purchase this one time. Purchase it one time for $7.99, and you can create and create and create over and over and over with it. I love this little guy. Look at that little hedgehog. He's so excited that he jumped right in the leaves and they all stuck to him. Good morning, Rhonda. So we're almost finished with our September layout. So we fussy cut hand cut these leaves and everything here to put it together. I do have a piece left over. This is an extra bonus piece, this cute little set of apples. You could put it on here if you wanted to. You can save it for something else. I'm going to put it to the side and save it for something else. But here is what we started with. We started with this set of ephemera. We started with this instruction sheet. I pulled the items from my stash that I needed, cut them out. We hand cut this together. If you want to see how quick and easy it is to do that, you can go check it out. You can rewind and check that out. But also, if you go to our YouTube channel, and we'll post this one in a little bit on our YouTube channel, go to YouTube, search Down Memory Lane Scrapbooking, and you will see all of our videos from previous months as well. So here is the second set of September. Okay, there's another set. You get all 4 of these files. You can hand cut these. You can cut them with your Cricut, or you can cut them with your Silhouette. So all of those options are available for that $7.99 price. So here is the beautiful layout we just created. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pretty. And then here's the one we did yesterday. So this is the second September set. This is one of my favorites. It's truly gorgeous. So that is what you're going to create when you purchase the September printables. We have one more that we're going to do today to show you those beautiful pieces, and that is our August set. So our August set is super bright and fun. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now, I have not put the pieces together for this one, so you can kind of see how we pull things from our stash. So we're going to use this set of printables from August. We're going to cut those out and put it together to create our layout. So I have pieces here that I have pulled from my stash. So I've already pulled the pieces. It says we need yellow, dark blue, aqua, light aqua, those sorts of things. So I have pulled all of those pieces from my stash, and I have gone through and cut those into the right sizes. But I just wanted to do this to show you how little you need from your stash to actually create these. So we have pattern paper. That's the largest size pattern paper that you need. So if you've got that much pattern paper in your stash, you can create this layout. We've got light pink, medium blue. This is it. These small little chunks of paper is all you need. So you don't have to have a ton of paper in your stash to create these layouts. You just have to have small amounts that you can use together. The largest pieces you'll need are the backgrounds, right? So we have two 12 by 12 backgrounds in whatever color. It doesn't have to be this bright yellow. It doesn't even have to be yellow. If you decide you want to do a light blue background, or you want to do pink, or whatever you want, you can use it. These are designed for you to use the items you have in your stash. So we're going to put together the background first, some of these big background pieces, and then we're going to cut out our pieces. So I like to start with the bottom border. So we've got our little blue for the pool. I'm going to put some adhesive on this and put that right on the bottom. All that is a 1 by 12. It's so easy. So you don't need a ton of stuff. And if you had, let's say you have like water pattern paper, and you want to do water pattern paper down here, you could swap that in. It's so simple. I have our little background for our pattern paper. I just kind of eyeball it. It looks like it's a little less than an inch from the top. I just kind of stick it in there where it looks good. That looks good to me. And then we have our pattern paper. Now, this is the pattern paper I'm using. You do not have to have this. It's whatever you have in your stash. So pick a summery pattern paper, whatever you want. It could be beach balls. It could be water. It could be a stripe. It could be sand. Whatever you have in your stash is perfect for this layout. I used that same pattern paper and cut that into 2 1x12 strips. And then we have our blue. We're going to put that over here. So what I do is I line up my pages like this, get them lined up, and then I use this as a guide for where I should put my first piece. So we've got our pattern. Hello, Judith. How are you? Okay, so we've got our pieces lined up. I just use that little corner as a spot for where I should start my pattern. Ta-da! And then we just line up the rest of them. Again, if you do not have this blue color, that does not matter. Whatever you've got in your stash, that is how these are designed to work. So if you want to use a lighter blue, if you want to use pink, I mean, you can do whatever you want. So there we've got our basic background set up. I'm going to wait on the photo mats. We'll put those together in a little bit, but we're going to start cutting our ephemera sheet. So I have printed out the ephemera sheet on our printer using 65-pound white cardstock. Okay, so that just went through our printer. Pick whatever cardstock goes through your machine, your printer well. Okay, I am choosing to hand cut it because I like hand cutting. But if you have a Cricut machine or a Silhouette machine, those files are also included in that $7.99 price. So you can you can print them and cut them with your machine if you want to. So the first thing I do is I kind of hand cut, rough cut is what I call it. I don't know if there's an actual term for it. I rough cut around the pieces just so that it is easier for me to manipulate and maneuver around them. I'm using my Cutter Bee scissors, which is my favorite scissors to craft with. But whatever scissors you have works just fine. It doesn't have to be anything special, just something that feels good in your hand, that is sharp enough to get into those little nooks and crannies. I feel like I keep shoving my table here a little bit. But it's very easy to cut these out. You're going to see in a moment how simple this is. Also, with each set, with each month set, you get 2 sets of ephemera. So this is set number 2. We did set number 1 yesterday. I will show you those layouts and stuff at the end here. But if this feels a little bit intimidating, maybe you've never kind of dipped a toe into hand cutting, this one is also included. And I would start with this one. So you can get really used to what it feels like to hand cut, to kind of, work your muscles a little bit. A lot of straight lines. There's a few little curves, but they're very simple. And the best part, guys, if you mess up, just print them again. No big deal. If you mess up, unlike how many times, I mean, maybe I don't think I'm the only one in here, but I have put adhesive on the wrong side. I have cut through things before and then they're ruined because I don't have a second one, right? In this case, you can mess up 200 times and you can just print it a 201st time. It does not matter. Once you purchase it for $7.99, they're yours. They're yours to print and use as many times as you want. And the great thing about that too is I know a lot of you have lots of kids and grandkids and friends that you do layouts for or layouts about. And this means that you don't have to buy 2 sets of this August. You just buy 1 set and you can print it many times and use it over and over. So, huge savings for your albums, but also huge savings because you get to use those things in your stash that you've already spent money on. So use those things up. We give you the instructions, we give you the details, we give you the embellishments. You just print them out, go shopping in your stash, and grab your stuff. Make some beautiful things. I just think these are so cute. This makes me so happy. It is a little bit strange doing August summer layouts in February. Especially when here in Wisconsin, it's like, oh, we had a little warm spell. It was 50 degrees yesterday. That's like a heat wave in Wisconsin in February. But we are headed back into some lower temperatures for the weekend. And this makes me so happy to look at this adorable little pineapple. Look at her. She's so excited. It just makes me happy. Oh, Judith, that's so sweet. She said, your pages and kits make me very, very happy. I'm so glad to hear that. That is why we do what we do. So our motto at Down Memory Lane, and this goes into literally everything we do. If we're discussing something or trying to make decisions, we go back to this every time. And it is quick, easy, and affordable scrapbooking. That is our entire thing. That is our entire motto. That's what we want, and that's what we want to create for our customers. So if we can do that, so that scrapbooking is fun and easy and attainable and affordable for everyone, then everyone can have that joy and that happiness that comes with crafting and preserving our memories. I mean, there's a reason why people love nostalgic things. There's a reason why when we pull open our Facebook pages and we see those memories, it just makes us so happy. And so, I mean, we get that. We're scrapbookers. So, of course, we understand the power of memories and joy. And so anything we can do to make that easier to do, to make it less stressful, to make it more affordable so you can do more of it, that is what we are trying to do. And so these printables are a new part of that, because not only is it totally affordable, I mean $7.99, and you can create 2 layouts as many times as you want, over and over and over again. That is pretty much unheard of. So that is a huge savings, but then also you get to use what you have in your stash. And I know, because I hear it from you guys, that you're like, oh, my husband is not going to be happy about how much I'm spending. Guess what? He's going to be thrilled that you found this awesome way to use the stuff you have and to save some cash. Not that we can't spend money on things that bring us joy, and that especially if they're going to be like handed down to future generations and just keep bringing joy. But I also understand, hey, I've spent all this money on this stuff in my craft room and I'm not using it. I have buyer's remorse, or not really buyer's remorse, because I don't feel bad about it. But I maybe have buyer's guilt a little bit when I go into my craft room and I'm like, oh, that's been sitting there for so long and I still don't have a plan for it. Or maybe I had a plan for it, but I don't have time. All these things, I understand that feeling. It doesn't feel good. I like to be responsible with my time and money as well. And so that's why this is so exciting for me. I'm super excited about this because I feel like this can help with all of that for so many different people. And because you can use whatever you have in your stash, you don't have to have these specific colors. You don't have to have these specific patterns. We give you the ephemera, and that's the most important part. So everyone will have all of these pieces. So then all you need to do is go into your craft room and just pick out what you do have. What you have, whatever you have, will work with these. And so everyone's is going to look slightly different, right? Because we're all going to have a little bit different pattern paper. We're all going to have a little bit different colors. They'll be similar, but they will still be unique in that way. And I love that. It's going to be a little bit of our touch with a little bit of your touch. So we're saving money. We're using our stuff. And we're flexing our creative muscles. I mean, seriously. I don't think there's anything else that makes that happen as well as these printables. So I'm so excited about them. And January through December, that's an entire album, guys. You get an entire year available with these. So if you have not tried them out, I would suggest you at least try one. So maybe if you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I can do it, or I'm not sure what it's going to look like, head over and try one. It's $7.99. We have all spent $7.99 on, like it's nothing, right? 2 coffees from Starbucks, and those are gone within seconds. This you will be able to use over and over and over again. So if this is a $7.99 that is going to keep on giving, give it a try. Pick out a month, maybe your birth month. Maybe you want to do a special birthday layout for yourself. Do an About Me page. Pick your birth month, or pick your month with your favorite holiday, or a month that you guys had a vacation or something special. Give it a try and see what you think. And then come back and get the rest of them, because you're going to love it. So we're almost done here. We got a few more pieces to cut out, and then we're going to put this together. While I'm finishing this, let me talk to you about how to find these printables and how to try them. So up here, downmemorylanebox.com. That is where these are located. So you can go there, just go straight to downmemorylanebox.com. You're going to set up an account, and you must use an email you're going to check. So that is how you're going to receive your files into your email, okay? So that's how you're going to access these. So make sure that when you set up that account, you use an email that you are going to check. If you are already a box subscriber, if you are part of our monthly subscription box, you don't need to set up a second account. You can just sign in to your box account, and then once you've done that, once you've signed in, whether it's a new account or your box account, you can click the Printables tab at the top of the page. So there's a little Printables tab. Click that. If you're on a mobile phone, it might be in a drop down. So you're going to find those three little bars at the top. It's a little drop down menu. And then you can click the Printables tab in there. So once you do that, it'll take you directly to the Printables. You will see January through December right there. Each one of the months has like some little pictures. You can scroll through the pictures. You can see the ephemera sheets you're going to get for each month. You can see the instruction sheets, like the layout, the layouts, not the instruction sheets. You can see the layouts. So you can see what you're going to create with them. There's 2 layouts, instruction sheets, and 2 sets of ephemera for each month. So like right now we're doing August, but we're only doing one of the August ones. I'll show you the other one once we finish this here. But this is, you're going to put that in your cart, check out, and then go check your email. So they will be sent to your email. If you don't see them right away, check your junk or your spam. Sometimes if your filters are turned on really, really strong, they get filtered to spam or trash, but you can just pull those out of there. And then keep that email forever, okay? Keep that email, because that's how you're going to access these in the future. So if you print them out and then you decide you want to do another set, you go into that email and print them again. So once you're in the email, you're going to have all of the files you need there. So you'll have the print and cuts for, you're going to have the PDF for hand cutting. So that's what I printed, and that's what I'm doing right now, is hand cutting them. You're also going to have the files for Cricut and for Silhouette. So if you don't want to hand cut, if you have a machine and you want to cut them with your machine, that is also included in that $7.99 price for all of the ephemera pieces. And just a little tip, if you're going to use your Cricut, on the bottom here, it tells you what to size those pieces, what to size those files in your design space. So that will help you out if you're in Cricut to get those pieces the correct size. Silhouette, you just pull them open in the Silhouette. They're already sized how they need to be. And then you can print and cut them. So you have the option of hand cutting like I'm doing right now, or you have the option of cutting them with your Cricut or Silhouette machine. And all of those options are included in that $7.99 price. So even if you decide you want to hand cut now and then maybe you get like a machine for Christmas, those files will be in there. So you can then try it with your machine. It's a good way to get to know your machine a little bit, give it a little test run. So you'll get all of those, and you will also get 2 instruction sheets. So these instruction sheets are gold, okay? That is what is going to tell you how to put them together, what to pull out of your stash, and how to cut those pieces. So you're going to get that full color photo right there. Now you don't have to print these. You can leave those on your screen and just go off of it if you want to. I like to print things out just because I do. You might want to print it out, maybe put it in a little binders for easy access for later. Totally up to you. But you'll get that color photo. That's what we're going to use to put the things in the right place here in a minute. And then this is your shopping list, okay? Not shopping at the store, shopping in your stash. You're going to go into your stash and you're going to pull out those pieces. That is what these are designed to do. So that we're not going to say you need this brand, this color, whatever, that we used. We're going to say you need yellow, because that's all you need. You just need to pick a yellow that you have in your stash, and that's going to be your background. Same with the other colors. So you have a dark blue, you're just going to pick a dark blue. It doesn't have to be any specific color. You can just pick dark blue. Also, you're going to be using a lot of scraps from your stash. So there are a lot of times that all you need is a 4x6 or a 4x4. You're not going to have full sheets of a whole bunch of stuff. So I think you're going to be surprised at how little you actually need from your stash to create these layouts, because the bulk of the design is going to be with these ephemera pieces. The rest of it is just nice background stuff and photo mats. So you're going to pull out what you need out of your stash. And then you're going to look down here at the layout instructions, and that tells you how to cut the pieces that you pull from your stash. So what sizes do you need to cut these photo mats? What sizes do you need to cut the patterns? It tells you that right there. So then you're just going to go onto that list, cut your pieces. You can put together your photo mats or whatever you want to do. We're going to do that here in a second together. And then you can print your pieces on your cardstock, print your ephemera, whichever one you're doing. So in this one, it says print and cut embellishments from page 2 of Printables. So this is the second set. If you're using Cricut, here's what you resize it to. And then you go to town, okay? So we just hand cut that entire sheet. This is what we started with. We just hand cut that together. So we're going to put those pieces together in a second, but before that, I'm going to show you what I pulled from my stash based on this. So here I shopped my stash. We have aqua, we have light aqua, we have white, peachy pink, and medium blues, okay? I have cut them to their specifications, and now we're going to put them together. So I don't know if you can tell here, this is not the exact same color. This is a little bit greener and this is a little bit bluer. Like I said, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So you're just going to pull what you have from your stash, and that is what is going to work. And if you want to change any of these colors, you absolutely can. So let's say, I don't know, maybe your swimsuits have orange in them. And so you decide instead of pink, you want to use orange. Yes, do that. Absolutely do that. Pull out some orange, and instead of cutting, so then when you look at your sheet and it says cut peachy pink, these colors, just cut your orange those colors, okay? So you can make whatever adjustments you want to, change anything you want, but if you want to do it exactly this way, you can do it that way as well. So we're putting our photo mats together really quickly. Look at how little we need, like this medium blue. I have a dark blue and a medium blue. This medium blue, all I needed was a 4x12 or a 4x6. So you can use small pieces from your stash. This isn't the sort of thing where you have to pull out huge, you don't have to have a ton of paper to make these work. These are designed to use your stash and your scraps to create things. So there we go. We have our photo mats together, nice and easy. Okay, so now we're gonna start, we're just gonna do one side and the other. So I'm gonna take these and move them. We're gonna start with this side. I like to start with my larger pieces and photo mats. So we're gonna put those down. Got our pink and white here. There we go. Isn't that so cute? Oh, this is a little crooked. A little crooked. I'll fix that. There we go. Okay, so we have our one side. Now we're gonna take our pieces and put them together. So we're gonna need August. We're gonna need summer vibes. We will need our adorable, look at this little guy. Isn't that the cutest thing? That's super cute. We have flip-flops. We have our little floaties and our pool. Okay, so that's what we need for this side. So we're gonna start with August. So we're gonna put that up there, see what we think. There we go, adorable. Let's put our August on. Now yours will look slightly different than mine once you pick out your pattern paper, but that is completely okay because again, it's whatever you have in your stash. So if you want to use like water as the background, so this little cutie is floating in a pool, you can do that. If you want to use, you can even use solids. If you just wanted to use a solid color background, whatever you want, it's gonna work with what you have. So we're gonna put our little pool. Look at how cute that pool is. I wanna jump in. We're gonna put our pool down here at the bottom of our photo mat. So cute. We've got our little flippy floppies. Ta-da! And now we're gonna create our little pool scene over here. So we have our cute little floaties. We've got our unicorn floaty and our flamingo floaty. Which one would you pick? You know I'm picking flamingo. How can I not? So this little flamingo's up a little higher, and then our unicorn floaty is a little lower. There we go. They're floating along, and then we have our cute summer vibes. Summer vibes. Look at that. Look at how fast that comes together. Once you get them all cut out, easy peasy. All right, we're going with the other side. So we have our photo mats that we put together. I like to start with one that I can line up the best. So I'm gonna line this up directly with here. I eyeball everything. I know some people like to measure everything. I don't. I don't have time. I don't have time for that. My eyes are good enough. Plus, I feel like these are handmade things. They can look handmade. They're not gonna look crazy. I'm not gonna leave them all wonky, but it is okay if they're not perfect. Oh, these colors make me so happy. All right, we have a bunch of other fun things here. So we have our flip-flops, our cute little, pineapple, and we have swim. So we're gonna start with swim down here. So I have all my pieces. To get these kind of measured out correctly, I start with the one closest to the edge. So we're gonna start with the M and we're gonna go backwards, and that just helps get things spaced out nicely. So we have our M over here. We're gonna overlap the top and the bottom just a little bit. We have our I. Also, are these not the funnest colors? Like the whole rainbow, we've got like, oh, they look so fun. They look like little floaties themselves. I am obsessed. We got our little W. So these pieces are what you are going to get, these ephemera pieces. This is the second set for August. Oop, and almost did that upside down. There we go. Swim. And then we have our cute little beach ball to top off that adorable rainbow color. Look at how cute that is. Okay, now for our other little embellishments, look at this little I was going to say Rough Rider, but it's not a Rough Rider. Little surfer orange. Look at that. We've got the cute little water droplets coming off the edge. He is going fast. There we go. There we go. Look at that. So cute. She's peeking out over your photos. And then we have our tiny little flip-flops. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at how cute that turned out. So we started with this and this, shopped our stash, cut out our ephemera pieces, and created this masterpiece. Now with the other August set, because I told you get 2, this is the other August set. So they are coordinated. You'll see that they are color coordinated, they are design coordinated, but you're going to come up with 2 different coordinating layouts, okay? So this is one of them. This is the other one. This is the one we created yesterday. You get all of those files. You're going to be able to create both of these using those files and the items in your stash for $7.99, guys. $7.99. And you can use them over and over again. Let's look at all of the ones we've done so far. We're going to start with January, and we're going to go through September. We've done all of those. So these are the January ones. Look at how cute. That's part 2 of January. Here's the first one. So both sets of ephemera and both instruction sheets for that January for $7.99. February, this is the month we're in. Ooh, look at these cuties. Both of those sets for February. We have March, the Luck of the Irish. March is available as well. January through December are available. We have not put them all together yet live. We haven't done videos on all of them yet, but we have done videos through September. But January through December are available, and they're available right here, downmemorylanebox.com. Once you get there, just set up your account using an email you're going to check, because that's how you're going to get access to your files. They're going to be emailed to you, so you can print them out and get started creating. And then you're going to click that Printables tab, Printables, and that's going to take you to our page that has all of these printables on it. You can print out the ephemera pieces, print out the instruction sheet, shop your stash, and create gorgeous layouts over and over again. You can create the layouts multiple times. For that $7.99. Pay once, create over and over. This is one of the ones we created today. And we have September. Look at how beautiful these colors are. And we made this one today as well. They're absolutely gorgeous. So if you're interested in checking them out, whether you want all 12, which really is 24 because you're going to get 2 sets with each one, you can get them at downmemorylanebox.com. If you have never done it before and you want to get your feet wet, purchase one. Purchase one, give it a try. You'll fall in love, and then you can grab the other ones. Save a ton, use up the things in your stash, and make beautiful, beautiful memories. All right, guys, that is it for me today. I will see you all next time. Join me tomorrow morning while we start October. All right, see you then. Bye.